10 years ago, we lived through some of the most intense paranormal activity imaginable. That led us to research haunted locations to capture evidence proving the existence of supernatural beings.
Okay, can you, both classes, you're gonna leave tonight.
And help our families being tormented as we once were.
Kids along too.
And what we discovered is that the South Coast is wickedly haunted.
That was incredible. That's what I'm talking about. That's proof.
Hi, welcome to a special Thursday edition of Wickedly Haunted. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Todd, and boy, do we have an episode for you tonight. So buckle up, get ready, and let's roll a quick teaser so you know what to expect from tonight's episode.
Film it.
It's moving.
That is crazy. So this is going up to 100, 150, 172. I got it on camera. Look at it. It's going berserk. Dude, something just... ow! Oh my God, dude, something's hitting my leg, bro. I'm not even kidding. Really? Something just stabbed me in the leg. No, I'm not kidding. Well...
Something's like checking to see if I have a pulse. I swear to God, something's just like checking to see if I have a pulse. I feel like digging their fingers in right here.
All right, so that's some of the crazy things that Marissa and I got into in the morgue in Rolling Hills Asylum. That's where we're going to be for tonight's episode. The morgue is down in the tunnel system under this massive complex. The tunnels run underneath the two building complex. And Marissa and I, right off the bat, wanted to get into this area because we figured that darkness is usually where a lot of the entities hide out. Yeah. They don't like the light of God. They like to hide out down there. And we figured we could really get into some activity down there. We actually stumbled upon the morgue. We saw a sign with an arrow that said morgue. And we were like, whew, there we go. That's our type of room right there. And we found our way through the absolute pitch darkness, and found our way into probably the creepiest room we've ever been into in our entire lives. And for an empty room with just an autopsy table, a massive refrigerator that they must have kept, like, I don't even know, organs in or chemicals or whatever, and some metal sinks. I've never felt so surrounded in my life. Like there was, 50 people in the room around us?
Yeah.
Okay. And it wasn't just paranormal activity that we found in this room. We also made actual contact with spirits. I'm not going to give up what I'm talking about too much, but I'm talking about literal actual contact with spirits that you're about to see in these videos. This is probably one of the most chaotic rooms we have ever been into. Now, just so you know, when we're down there again, we are in the absolute pitch darkness. We can see through these little 3-inch LCD screens in our cameras, or if it's an SLS, a tablet maybe. That's it. I do have on these dorky glasses in the videos, just so you know. They have little LED lights on them. And the croquis I'm wearing are because I lose my glasses everywhere. So I tried those out there. So during setup, I could find things to help to set things up because it's really that black. At one point, you'll even hear me ask Marissa, did this happen? And just because I couldn't see and I was like a foot away. It's dead silent down there. There is no breeze or anything down there. It's a completely sealed off area. I don't even know if there's any windows down there. Maybe one or two, not in the morgue though. The morgue had no windows. So although there may be some minor dust, there's almost none in this room. The place is actually pretty clean. For an old abandoned asylum, it's actually pretty clean.
I feel like I'm moving back and forth.
It might be me. It might be me.
Right.
But before we get into this video, I just want to mention that if you are experiencing any strange phenomenon and you would like Marissa and I in our group, Relatively Paranormal, to come do an investigation at your house to either validate the haunting, find out what's there, what's going on. We do house cleansings if you need us to remove the spirit or at least try to. We do all of that. And all you have to do is go to our website, relativelyparanormal.com. And there is a booking form towards the end of the website. The website is also a catch-all for everything if you want to find out about our story about the 2 haunted houses we've lived in, how we got started in the paranormal field, and it is chock full of videos. I have a video player linked up to our YouTube account with over 50 videos. I'm working on a photo evidence gallery with some of the freakiest pictures you will ever see in your life. and all sorts of good stuff like that. Every episode of Wickedly Haunted is linked into there as well, and all of our full investigation videos with Relatively Paranormal, because the quick clips you see, it's only part of it. We put the whole investigation edited nice, just like we do here, once we get time to put that out as well. So let's roll into this first video, and you're going to see what I mean about direct contact and all sorts of other freaky stuff. We're in the morgue, Rolling Hills Asylum. You excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's roll it. Let's roll it.
But my kids do.
Morgue is ultra creepy in here. We're just gonna get set up. Maybe hold one. Alright, look.
I wonder what year this
Ready?
is from.
Film me.
It's moving.
Film it.
It's moving.
That is crazy.
Suit, I'd like to see your tie, please. I'm a big fan of ties. I sell cars, so they require that women wear ties. Todd, look.
Is he moving again? What? Film it. It's awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I totally debunked that because I whipped clams past that as hard as I could, right? Did it
Let me
move
see
an
that
inch?
tie of yours.
Did it
How
move
does
while I
it
put
look?
my arms past? No. That is real. That is incredible. Thank you. It shows you the front. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Oh, that's a sharp-looking tie.
We
I like
also
that very much.
have a device to speak to you as well. Okay, so.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
During this time, Marissa took pictures of the suit while it was spinning. Behind that freezer, I took a peek by expanding the area to see if anything was back there. Amazingly enough, I caught these two shadow figures. The one apparition head and then the other full shadow figure hiding behind that area. In this picture, you can see that the shadow figure is still there while the other apparition head has slightly changed. He seems to move around and change expressions the whole time with different levels of transparency and different levels of almost solidness to him. The other shadow figure also seems to change position, and at times you can almost see a face on him. After this last picture of the shadow figures hiding behind the fridge, we're going to see pictures of a strange mist that Marissa took around the same time in the morgue. As you can see, it's over to the left-hand side being pointed out by the arrow. Now, in this picture, the second one in the series, you can see what looks to be a distorted face in the middle of this mist. Finally, in the last picture, you can see the face is gone. And in the last picture, the mist has gone as well. Or this other box, the black box, you can make lights go off over there. So please come over and touch this. Come over and touch that green box. I'm going to shut the lights off soon. We know you don't like light. Listen. You can also come over. Can you do that again if that was you? You can tap the morgue table and make that alarm go off over there and let us know you're here. You bang on this morgue table, it will also let us know you're here. Whoa, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Wow. Oh, and thank you for showing me your tie.
Can you touch that moon again? That was incredible. I'm going to reset it. Can you do that again?
Thank you.
Look.
Oh,
Look,
I saw.
Can you do that again? Look, I can't set that off from here.
I'm gonna stop investigating. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put off the flashlight. What was that? Did you just step in front of me? Did you just step in front of me? Can you do that again? What the hell? Oh my god, I forgot to Marissa, these things aren't plugged into power boxes. They're gonna die and blow up.
In the replay of that amazing flare footage you just saw of the apparition appearing on our thermal imaging camera, you will notice that now the footage from our 4K camera is on the other side of the screen. I did this because I had both cameras put together side by side on the camera mount for just this purpose, so if something like this happened, you could see that nothing else was there. Here on the thermal, you can see that a very obvious shape of a person has appeared. It actually looks like a woman
As she comes closer to the screen, you get to see more and more features. Her hairstyle right here looks like a 1950s or 40s style bob that the nurses used to wear. What's really amazing about this whole situation is the fact that I heard this apparition's footsteps as it tried to creep up on me. It walked right up on me. Twice I heard its footsteps, and then this image appears on the thermal imaging camera. By far, this is the best caps we've ever had on the flare.
Again, plug this in. This is what's in your pocket. And I have to hand it to you as a pistol grip. You gotta watch the flare and then the other camera. So that's for your pocket.
In the slow motion replay of what you just saw, we see a strange anomaly come out of the suit. The suit actually moves as it does, followed by an orb flying into the suit to take its place, proving that something paranormal was inside of this suit, causing it to spin around. Wow, that was awesome. Yeah. So the suit's moving, thanks to Marissa. So tell your story about the suit.
So first of all, I didn't see the suit when we walked into the room because it's dark, like dark. It's not like we got a tour of this place during the day, during the daytime. So I didn't know that there was even a suit there. Now, just so you know, the suit was hanging from a string on the ceiling. It's not just like a, like a hanging suit all of a sudden. It is hanging there.
But I'd seen it on another show, and one of the claims is that the suit does occasionally move.
Yeah.
So I knew that she hadn't seen that episode of the other show, so I told her later on. But
so I'm like just kind of circling around. You didn't see the whole thing because we couldn't possibly put it, but the suit was moving for like 20 minutes. But I was just kind of like circling around. I didn't even know the suit was there. I was circling around, kind of getting video of the whole room, and something like kind of brushes against my shoulder. I'm like, ooh, oh, excuse me, oh, hello. And I'm like, oh, jeez. And then I'm like, wait a second, oh my God, Todd, this suit is moving. Why the hell is it moving? And then it's just like stopped. But it was weird. Like you would think maybe it was the wind. Maybe there's no windows down there. There's no wind, there's no draft, there's no breeze.
Believe me, I tried to debunk it for like she was getting pissed.
I was getting ticked because Todd kept like walking by the suit and I'm like, stop moving, because I want to see if this thing's actually moving.
You hear me talking about it. We didn't show it, but I waved my hands
all over the place.
And it doesn't move.
It was crazy. Just crazy.
It was freaky because she compliments whoever is in the suit on the time and asks to see it, and it's completely faced away from her. And it actually moves faster to show her the tie.
Yeah, it spins right around.
It sped up, which was really creepy. And that's when I was like, it's moving. And that's when I started to believe there was something in the suit. Now, upon review, when I see this thing come out of the suit that was not an orb, it looked like a little tornado, and it comes out and hangs out there as if to like stare at us and flies away. And then a larger actual flashing orb flies into the suit as if to take its place. I was screaming at Marissa to come because that validates what she was experiencing.
Yeah.
In the last video, there was actually something else that really validates it. So rest assured, something was in that suit moving it. We saw part of the evidence proving it. You're going to see the rest of the evidence in a couple videos because it absolutely proved it 100%. Now, the flare camera we have had for a while, that is a thermal imaging camera. What you're seeing on that colored screen, yellow and orange is hot. Purple is cold, ice cold. The little dot in the middle tells you the temperature. I heard two very clear footsteps in front of me. Marissa heard them. They were hard-soled shoes. Marissa's wearing rubber boots. I'm wearing sneakers. And it sounded like either the old leather bottom shoes or maybe high heels. And it was loud. It was like bang, bang. And it was directly, it kind of freaked me out. Because again, I'm in the pitch dark and I hear somebody walking in front of me. It sounded like a person. I really freaked out when I saw this on review because, listen, what you just saw was during setup. We haven't investigated yet, mind you. This is while I'm putting cameras up and equipment up. You saw me putting some equipment up. The investigation hasn't even started yet, okay? So, unfortunately, I was not looking through the flare camera or you would have had quite an interesting reaction on that one. I have two cameras side by side on a mount, a 4K and the flare, so that, just like I showed you in the video, if something appears on the flare, I can look back and put the pictures side by side and see 100% what it was. When that thing, you can see it manifest purple, and as it gets closer to the screen, it's a woman.
I mean, it had a perfect shape of a person.
I didn't do it. We froze it at one point. You can see her teeth, her individual teeth, her face. She had that flip, weird, like Bob style hairdo.
Picture there, yeah. You can see the outline of the hair, the shoulders, the neck,
It reminded me of like an old, like 1940s or 50s, like nurse type style.
The time, I think.
Yeah. So really awesome, incredible footage, all sorts of weird stuff. The vibration detector, it's the only time in that whole morgue or tunnel system that thing ever went off, and we were about 20 feet away. You know, so I told them to do it. I said, if you want to communicate, hit it. And, you know, a couple minutes later, it goes off. And let me tell you, that thing's screeching loud. In the pitch black, it's kind of startling.
I hate that thing. It's so loud.
All right.
But yeah, it's startling.
So let's move into the next video where things really ramp up, especially energy-wise. As always, we have our power plant, energy pumps running. We run 2 or 3 of those on every investigation, and basically ghosts are made of electromagnetic energy. This feeds them electromagnetic energy, and I also have quartz and amethyst crystals in here that do really freaky stuff when they're bombarded by the energy in the pumps. And about a 1-2 foot area around it just gets like energized, and we tell them, hey, we brought you a gift. Here it is. And you can see in the videos, a lot of times they'll fly into it in orb form. You'll see the SLS stick figures hanging around it. So around this time that you're going to see in the video, these have been on for a little bit. We put them in the far corners of the room so that they don't set off any of our equipment or mess with any of it. But by now the spirits have started to power up, and you're going to see exactly what they do with the energy they got. Because it was really freaky. You know, kind of painful on my end, but I didn't mind it because it's great evidence. So let's roll the next video.
Oh, just got an orb. Thank you. Thank you for showing yourself to me.
In this side-by-side slow motion replay, you can see the suit in both videos. Next to the suit, you notice that an apparition in purple is actually blocking part of the morgue table. As the camera pans back by, you can see he disappears now and the entire morgue table is visible.
Thank you. Gone up to 0.5 so far is the highest. Can you go up any higher? 0.6. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. So we know that you're here. That's fantastic. Oh, 1.9. That's fantastic.
If you are a man, can you make that beep again if you're male?
And that where it says investigate there.
If you stay down here in this basement type area, can you make it go off again? Do you stay down here? Okay. If you're a
You bet. You bet. Oh!
Oh my God.
I like that. Thank you. So you're able to manipulate these devices. That's fantastic.
Oh, this is Marissa.
Warren.
If your name's Raymond, can you make that go off? I know that people ask that a lot. We're just curious. We figured we'd get that out of the way. It's at 0.6, 0.5, 0.3. Okay. If you were here when there was a pork on, can you make that go off? Oh, it went off, Marissa.
Okay.
Okay. Is your body buried on this property? Can you make that go off if it is?
What did you say, battery?
It is. Does it?
It's battery.
This is going to 100, 150, 172. I got it on camera. Look at it. It's going berserk.
You don't have.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Is the battery turned on this?
What?
I think he was just giving us a little warning, like, hey, turn on your battery.
On what?
I don't know. Telling us like battery?
What is?
I just figured you might want to check.
What? Did you plug it in?
Is it plugged in? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, it is. That means it's charging. This thing just went nuts.
Yeah, it did. That's crazy.
Okay. Does it upset you to find out? Okay. Hold on. Stop.
Oh, there's an orb.
116. 116. Stop. Can I ask you a question? Stop making it beep.
Stop hearing.
If you stop making it beep, I can ask you a question.
From it because we have.
If you stop making that beep, I can ask you a question. Okay. Okay, hold on. Stop. This is crazy. It's up to 67. Those are some of the highest EMF readings I have ever seen, Marissa.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
That is crazy. Are there other spirits here with you? Make it go off if there are more than one spirit that's going crazy. Okay, can you stop again? I can ask you another question?
I've seen orbs
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna shut this off.
through the camera, Todd.
Something just, ow! Oh my God, dude, something's hitting my leg, bro. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Something just stabbed me in the leg. No, I'm not kidding.
You're too close, I couldn't even...
Oh, go ahead, you can film me. I'm ice cold. Oh, again! Again, it's doing it again, Marissa.
Doesn't like you.
Hey, stop!
Imagine taking a sewing needle and putting it under a blowtorch for about 2 or 3 minutes and then jamming it into your calf repeatedly 4 or 5 times. That's what it felt like when I got attacked in the morgue of Rolling Hills Asylum.
Repeatedly. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to count. When I get to the number of spirits that are down here, you can make that go up. Okay, great.
Oh, there's
2.
more. Just floated right over your head.
3.
And I can see a gentleman's face down on the back of the wall.
4. 5. Make it go up when I get to the number of spirits in this room. 6. 7.
Ooh,
8.
tingles.
I just heard something right next to me.
Yeah, somebody's around me too. Somebody just like
9.
ran their fingers up my head or something. I
You
can feel it.
understand? 10. Is there more than 10 spirits in this room right now?
Goosebumps.
If there's more than 10, please make this stop. Someone's what? Is that you?
That was me. I just put my phone down.
There's more than 10 spirits in this room right now, Marissa.
Oh my God, yeah, I got somebody around me. Hi.
Okay?
Ooh, you give me goosebumps.
Oh my God, there's more than 10 spirits. If I put out a flashlight, do you guys want to use that to communicate with us? Make that go off if you want to use a flashlight instead. Do you want to hear your own voice? If you want to hear your own voice and talk
Oh, wow, that was a really fantastic.
Watch how intelligently this spirit orb moves around my head.
orb.
Make that go off if you want to hear your own voice.
That was just right in front of you. Like it was fantastic.
Make it go off if you want to talk to us with your own voice.
About 9 o'clock. No, this one was actually quite amazing. I've never seen one like this before.
This place is lit up. This
Oh,
room is
it's
lit up.
phenomenal.
This is the creepiest room I've ever seen.
We thank you so much for coming out to communicate with
If you want
us.
me to lay on the morgue table, I just saw a shadow over there. Was that? Move. Did you just move into the light?
I haven't moved at all.
It's okay. Listen, if you want me to lay on the morgue table, make that go up.
Oh! The orb just went shooting right, pushing from left to right, diagonally going up.
Okay. Let's see. Says what? B? Just B? Okay. Someone keeps walking in front of us, by the way. 5?
There's 5 of you here?
It said no, it said there was more than 10. What did I do with the flashlight? Where are they? Here's the flashlight.
Sally.
That thing's going nuts over there.
The fact that our Paralysis app just said 5 and then Sally within 10 seconds of each other is actually very compelling and not random at all. In this place, several times through our Vortex Spirit Box, we heard that there were 5 demons there. We also heard that these demons were from the Sally House, which is a very famous demonic case from the mid-90s. In the last room that we went to, we heard from the Paralysis app the Sally House. So there's no way that these things keep coming up through our devices in this establishment randomly. It's just not going to happen.
Is there a spirit here that knows how to use that? It'll twist the end and shut that off for me? Go ahead, I gave you tons of energy. Go ahead, shut it off. There you go.
Excellent.
Thank you. Go ahead, shut it off all the way. We'll ask you yes or no questions.
Beautiful.
Are you the same spirit that was using the green box over there? If you're the same spirit, go ahead
This is turned around again.
and turn that off. Go ahead, you're on camera. Okay. If you're a different spirit, turn the light on. Can you turn it back on for us? There you go. Boom. Different spirit. What did that
Could you tell me
say?
if you're a man or a woman? If you're
Well,
a man, you should light up these.
Paper. On paper.
If you're a
That's
man,
great.
could you turn that light on? If you're a gentleman, could you turn the light on for me, please? Thank you. All right, sir. Can I call you sir? Would that be okay? Please turn the light on if that's okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Excellent.
wonderful.
That's probably good because they're probably from the 1800s down here.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Are you the same spirit that was moving the suit earlier?
Oh, so we'll turn around again. I was just
Is it
looking at the
moving
tie.
again?
Well, I was looking at the tie now.
No.
Yeah, no, this is moving like right now. See?
If you, oh, there you go. Excellent. All right.
Is this your suit? Could you shut the light off, please? Thank
I'll take
you.
that as the pour phone.
Could you turn the light on? If this is your suit and your shoes?
I don't think it is. I think she brought that in. I saw it on a different show.
It's not yours. Okay.
Can you turn on the flashlight if you like that suit, if that's something you would have
I'm
worn?
gonna turn all the way around now because now we're looking at the tie.
Look, boom,
This
lights
is-
the suit. They like the
I think
suit.
it's a fancy suit too.
All right, all right. Do you hear when the poor farm, for the poor farm? Did you live at the Genesee County Poor Farm? Please turn on the light if you lived at the poor farm. You did. Okay. Can you shut the light off again? Was it miserable to live here at the poor farm? Turn on the light if it was miserable. No?
Did you enjoy it here? Could you please turn the light on if you enjoyed living here? You
did.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That is crazy.
Could you please shut the light
living
on?
here? Is it, oh, that can't be Roy, is it?
Thank you so much.
Are there more than 100 spirits in this building? Turn on the light if there are more than 100.
Ooze.
Okay. Can you, look, the light. Look, there's more than 100 spirits in this building. This building's alive. I knew it the second we walked in.
Would you like us to give you a voice? Would you like to hear your own voice?
This is gonna get real crazy when this...
Please turn the light on if you'd like to hear your own voice.
I have a device you can really talk through, not a scratchy spirit box. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
All right. So what you just saw there was the first time I've ever been attacked on all the investigations and all the years we've been doing this. I've been touched a couple times before, but honestly, it hurt like hell. In the video, you can see that there's a phone charging cable that fell out of my pocket that I had hooked up to one of those power banks. And at first, I thought it was that. But then I realized that it really hurt. Like, it was really like being stabbed by a red hot, like, safety pin or something in the leg. And it did it one time. That's why I yelled, ow. And then I'm talking to Marissa, and then it's doing it again and again. And that's why finally I was like, at first I thought it was kind of cool. I'm like, okay, great. It's great evidence. And, you know, to me, that validates everything we experience when something that you can't see is stabbing you. Personally, I'm a little nuts like that. But then I kept doing it. That's where I was like, all right, enough. Because it started to hurt like hell, honestly. But, you know, as you can see, you know, both Marissa and I, we stayed right there. I'm right in the same area 30 seconds later. So it didn't bother me that much, but it did hurt like hell. I'm not going to lie, it hurt like hell. And again, we see on the flare, what was awesome about that footage is it looks like that purple figure is working or something, like he's doing an autopsy.
It looks just like a shadow of a person. It's so perfectly clear.
Because he's
And
blocking that table.
He's kind of like going back and forth, like grabbing something and then doing something with it. Like you can see his movement.
Because the morgue table's yellow, it's still warm from the day in the middle of the screen, and that thing's blocking it, and it looks like he's going to work, or he's doing an autopsy.
You'll know it's a spirit because it will be that dark purple or like blue
Well,
or
you can
dark
see it. It
purple
looks
color.
like a straight, almost like shadow thing. It looked
Yeah, you'll
crazy.
see. It looks just like a shadow of just a person.
But I actually just noticed that it looked like he was doing an autopsy.
Yeah.
And then he disappears, and you can see the table. It's pretty crazy stuff. And then, of course, you see us doing the flashlight communication and the EMF communication. Now, right before I got attacked, the thing that really validates that is a spirit normally might give us an EMF spike of 2 milligauss, 3 milligauss. We've seen maybe 14. Whatever was there, you can see it on the video, was shooting spikes of 177 milligauss. That's insane. Your phone might do 2, 3 milligauss. Everything I was holding in my hand, the light, the camera, my phone, maybe would do, if I put it on top of it, 5 milligauss tops, but I wasn't on top of it. I've been doing this long enough, I stand far away, and it was blasting out huge spikes, and then I get attacked. So it all correlates. They had ramped up enough from taking energy from the power plant that was in the back of the room. One was back there near the fridge, and one was back by the door. And whatever it was didn't want us there. There was something in that room that did not want us there. And just to give you a little bit, just real quick, and then you can do your thing. Just to recap, the place was a poor farm from 1829 until like 1938. A poor farm was where they sent orphans, widows, alcoholics. The guy says he liked being there. We couldn't figure it out till we saw the parallel said booze. You know, they had a working farm there. He probably knew how to make potato mash booze or something like that for him. You know, well, he didn't have a farm outside of it if he was that bad an alcoholic. They put criminals in there, pedophiles, insane people, all rammed in this one place. It was a horror show, And then in 1938, it became the county hospital, and it had a tuberculosis ward, okay? And then it became a nursing home in the 1960s up until its closing in 1975. So the place was just one, two building, 53,000 square feet of misery, pain, death, just horror, absolute horror. So I don't blame the spirits for being upset there. And we weren't clowning on. What we're doing is paranormal research to find evidence of the afterlife and why these beings are here. And a lot of the stuff that we do is stuff that the owner said creates activity there in her little thing before. So that's just a little recap. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to mention that we didn't realize it during the investigation. It wasn't until we got home and was watching the videos, but it mentioned Sally. And when I read Sally, I just figured,
oh, that's freaky. That was the first time it did it, though.
Right.
Every room we went to in the place, either that Perilous word bank, that's a word bank app that the spirits can manipulate to communicate. It's legit. It kept saying 5 in Sally, and then we turn on our spirit box. It constantly said 5 demons from the Sally house. Sally house, a very famous demonic case from the mid-90s. This guy, Tony Pickman, and his wife thought they had a little girl spirit in the house. It turned out to be a demonic entity. It shredded the poor guy. If you watch the Rolling Hills Asylum, Wickedly Haunted, Part 1, which is on New Bedford Guide in the video playlist section, you will see all about that story. But it's a very powerful demon, or apparently 5 demons. And, you know, not really too happy to hear that it was there at Rolling Hills, but it really doesn't shock me because those things are drawn to places of pain, misery, and death. They show up there because it's just hell on earth, and that's what they like. And they know there's going to be lots of souls there for them to take, a lot of death. 1,700 confirmed deaths there, that's a lot. We also forgot to mention that if you want to comment, interact with us during this show, please feel free to ask questions, comment on the evidence you see. What we're doing is presenting the evidence to you and telling you what our opinion is based upon our decade of research, experience in living in 2 haunted houses, investigating probably well over 100 locations. We're telling you what we think. Please, by all means, you can tell us what you think as long as it's positive, okay? Keep it positive.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Thank you. It's fascinating to us too. We're obsessed with it. We really are. Yeah. It was a really crazy place. So please get involved in the show. We love it. We love to hear from the viewers. Absolutely. Now we're going to run our last video of the night here. A really good one. Marissa and I actually get up on the autopsy tables. Supposedly freaky things happened when you get on it. Not so much for me, but for this lady, something really freaky happens, and a lot more great evidence from that location. So let's roll that last video, and then if you have any comments or questions after our analysis, we're happy to answer them. So please get involved. Get involved. We love to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been like crazy, right?
I just saw a crazy orb. Crazy orb came out of that thing down there. What year did you live here? Can you make that beep again? It's going up. Can you make it go up all the way till it turns red and beeps? Why get out?
Let's watch a replay of that strange mist anomaly again.
Are we just... We're gonna go a few other places in this building. Where do you think we should go next? Do you have any other friends in this building?
Here's what is really crazy about that answer Emma's room. In this massive 53,000 square foot complex, of all the rooms they say, they picked Nurse Emma's room. And later on in the investigation, we accidentally stumbled upon this room.
Oh, but no, we just flew out of the zoo.
Did it?
I swear to God. And the suit's moving around, and all of us are standing still. And the suit is moving.
Is there a spirit in the suit? What's gonna happen to me if I lay on this table? Oh, there's something else. There's something else. Where am I laying right now? Yeah. Where am I laying right now?
It's gone now.
Where am I laying right now? Was your body autopsied on this table? No? Nope. Someone's walking around behind me. Somebody help me! I'm still alive! I'm not dead! Please help!
Somebody help.
Please help me! Please help! Get up, they said.
Get out.
Can somebody touch Marissa? Go ahead, touch her. Make her get off the table. Or help her get off. She's not dead, help her.
Help me! Help! I'm still alive! They made a mistake! I am alive!
Can you help?
Can somebody help me? Give me a hop here? Don't cut me open!
They what? Did somebody kill you? Yes? Were you murdered? Help us.
I feel pressure on me.
Do you need help? What's that? I just had something.
Is somebody helping me?
I was. Well.
Something's like checking to see if I have a pulse. I swear to God, something's just like checking to see if I have a pulse. Like feeling like digging their fingers in right here. That was I was like,
Can I ask one more time?
I don't like that.
Who stabbed me in the leg? There it is. Which way? Damn it. Oh, I was assuming.
I know, I said go to another room.
There we are. So, hold on. Who stabbed me in the leg? Nice. Raymond stabbed me in the leg.
But
Tell Raymond I said that was not cool. That's not nice. Be nicer to us. We came to help. We're gonna go upstairs. Can you say bye?
Just as we were leaving and packing up, we caught this awesome SLS figure jumping into the suit. The same suit hanging from the ceiling of the morgue that had been spinning around on command earlier on in the investigation of this room. The suit had sat still for quite some time. You can also see his legs hanging out of the suit at the bottom. So this is not a false positive, or the figure would be exactly the same size of the suit. It would not be moving. You can even see 4 yellow dots on the left side of the screen. Those are the apparition's feet. I'm not sure why they are detached from his body, but we are in the autopsy room, so maybe during the autopsy they cut up his body. But as you can see, half his body is in the suit, half his body was out. Holding a device I'm sure you're familiar with in my hand. Okay. You can
something that can hear your voice if you yell really loud into it. So after each question, we're going to give you a few seconds to leave a message for the world before we leave. 1, 2, 3. Do you need help? Are you stuck here? Do you want us to leave? I want to see if you left us a message.
Question.
With our EVP Q&A session done, we left the morgue and headed back out into the tunnels of Rolling Hills Asylum in search of our next room to investigate.
All right, so yeah, that was pretty awesome. So the owner told us that a lot of people claimed to get touched or something if they laid on the table. So Todd did it, and I'm like, oh, what the heck, you know? So I laid down, and I wasn't like feeling kind of like uncomfortable, but didn't really think that anything was going to happen. But I swear to God, like something came up to me, and like I could feel the pressure, like going right between my ear here and in my neck. I could feel it from here to here, like something pushing in with 2 fingers. I could feel like 2 fingers pushing in. It was really, really freaky. But I knew it, you know, something was probably checking my pulse or something.
Because she was saying that she wasn't dead. Help me. So something came over. It might have been that nurse that appeared on the flare and was checking her pulse to see if she was really dead. What was really compelling as well is when I was laying on the table and the entity said twice that I was faking it. Clear as a bell, Todd's faking it. So they're not stupid either. Like, they knew. It kind of upset them a little bit. And again, we weren't trying to do it to be disrespectful to the entities. The owner said that it creates good activity. We didn't even think of it in a disrespectful way. Apparently, one of them did.
Yeah, get these 2 out.
Well, it said it was going to kill us and stuff like that. So a little bit crazy. But again, brave lady, pitch black morgue room, gets up on an autopsy table where 1,700 bodies were autopsied, lays down and starts asking spirits to touch her, saying that she's not dead to help her get off the thing. Brave lady.
1,700? You didn't tell me that.
I've said it multiple times. But anyway, the next thing you saw, the SLS camera, which is a 3D mapping camera. Those stick figures are the spirits. Occasionally a false positive is created, so we're very careful with it. If that was a false positive on the suit, if the camera was mapping that suit and thinking it was a person, the figure would be exactly in the suit. It wouldn't move. That thing was moving. Its legs and feet were hanging out of the suit.
I'm so glad that
At one point, its head pops up. So again, more validation that something was in the suit.
I knew that something was in the suit. I just knew it. Like, I knew it. I was obsessed with that suit the whole time.
Even though there's no draft, that we do any of that. When you're in the moment, you still have, Marissa, still very common sense people, and you still you're like, is this really happening? Is this really paranormal? You're trying to have somewhat of a skeptical scientific mind, which is why we put out so much equipment, because we like it when a lot of different things happen.
Right.
And in that morgue room, every single possible thing, just about besides a full body apparition, occurred. And we got it on the flare, so we did get a full body.
Mm-hmm.
So all different types of things happen that prove that paranormal things are going on. Now, an EVP, which you saw several times, my apologies because I didn't get into it. An EVP is electronic voice phenomenon. It is voices out of the air that you do not hear in person with your own ears. You hear when you replay the tape, which is why you hear us listening to the recorder after.
Mm-hmm.
It's voices out of the ether. What you heard earlier was our spirit box, which is a device that I invented over the course of a couple years that has a lot of different things going on in it. And it's an ITC thing, that device that uses phonetics, the building blocks of words. I don't know how to describe it. The I, E, O, like the vowels.
Yeah.
It's words chopped up backwards. There's no forward words.
If there's a word that comes out of it,
it's a spirit. It's not radio.
Spirit, because there's no real words that should come out of that.
A real spirit box, well, not a real one. A different spirit box, it takes static and radio stations, and they're supposed to take the voices from the radio and use them to speak. To me, I could never tell whether it was a radio station or a spirit. I'm sorry, I just never.
Yeah,
can.
well, you'd hear like half a song or something. It's weird.
Yeah, because it's when it's skipping through radio stations really fast. My invention does not do that.
Right.
It uses no words. It uses the building blocks words. It uses chopped up words. They're all reversed or different languages or whatever, and you don't even hear any of that.
No. So
You just
when you
hear
hear
talking.
like Todd is faking it, like, you know, you just know. And they say Todd often. They
Sometimes
say my
different-
name. They use
yeah.
Todd's full name, and we don't give them our last names. It's unbelievable.
I say I'm Todd, this is Marissa, and sometimes they'll throw out our last name and whatnot. That's pretty
That's
freaky
it.
stuff. I forgot to mention that if you are into paranormal investigating, ghost hunting, that sort of thing, and you don't want to sit around the whole night waiting for something to happen, you'd like to give the spirits the energy that they crave, honestly, and need to interact with you. I do sell the power plants on Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, and eBay. They work like crazy. I would not even bother. You could give me tickets to Bobby Mackey's Music World, the most haunted place in America, with a free ride, plane ride, everything. And if they say I can't bring a power plant, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I will not ever investigate like that again.
There's guarantees that we're going to get.
Essentially, turn it on, and within a
Evidence.
short amount of time, activity occurs. And as long as the entities knows there's a constant energy source here, they will not leave the area. They will hang out with you all night. And the longer they're there,
we don't even need to go find them because they come to us.
they will come to us,
because
yes.
this is what they need. They
And
come.
the longer that that's on, the crazier they get because the more energy they get.
Yeah. So normally when we first, start setting up, these go on first. We'll bring a couple of them with us,
And again, just to mention again, if you're experiencing any sort of paranormal activity, strange phenomenon, you're not sure, please give us a call. We are here to help. We decided to help out families a long time ago because Marissa and I have lived in 2 haunted houses. We're streaming live from a haunted house right now. That's where we're sitting. It's funny, during the last clip,
Something just moved over there. Yeah.
we speak to the spirits here, and when they hear us watching video like that of the spirit box,
They think we're going to reach out to
they
them.
think that it's on, and they were just banging on our refrigerator.
Trying to get us to
Yeah, they thought that we were ready to talk to them.
when we talk to them, we turn it on, they know, so we just there's nothing in our
We
refrigerator.
just heard 4 bangs on our refrigerator,
Yeah.
like knocks, like as if to
As
say,
the
like,
video was playing, it was
Yes.
bizarre. I'm like, what the?
we do have 2 spirits here. But anyway, we know what it's like to live in a haunted house. We're very sensitive as far as like families, stuff like that. We do not charge you. Okay, we do not charge. We do not judge you based upon what you say. We just help. We come in, we'll listen to what you have to say. We'll run a full investigation. We'll give you our general opinion before we leave and our advice. We can cleanse your house if you want. We'll review the evidence. We'll come back or reach out to you and let you know what exactly we found. It's like a doctor, okay? You go to the doctor's office, he looks at you, hears your symptoms, gives you an idea of what's going on, but until the tests are run, he can't give you an exact answer. But
Right.
within a short amount of time, we'll let you know exactly what's there. And if you need help, we can actually provide help. We can rid your house of entities most of the time.
And if you're just
We've
curious,
never not been able to, but I can't
if
guarantee
you're curious,
100%.
just I think something's here, maybe not, maybe you want us just to validate it. We'd be happy to bring our equipment just to show you, so you can see for yourself, listen for yourself.
So go to our website, relativelyparanormal.com. The booking form is at the end. It has links to our awesome YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. We need subscribers.
Mhm.
We need your support. It's got over 50 incredible videos, short evidence clips, full investigations, episodes of Wickedly Haunted, everyone that's ever been done. There's also a playlist on New Bedford Guide with every Wickedly Haunted, a nice playlist Mike did. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
It also has links to our Facebook group. It's a public group. Anyone's welcome to join as long as you're interested in the paranormal and you're a positive person. That's it. The other thing is we are looking for somebody for the Relatively Paranormal group, okay? And all you have to be is somewhat familiar with a camera or technically apt enough to be able to look through one,
Can you
okay?
hold one and
And have a strong interest in the paranormal.
Yeah.
You don't have to know everything about it.
No.
We can teach you.
You'll learn for yourself.
But you got to be really interested in it. You can be skeptical, but you got to be at least open. And if you know camera work, video editing, stuff like that, we have a lot of equipment. We need eyes to look through it while we're on investigation. It's just gotten to that point where we'd like to expand a little bit. So if you're interested, please email us at relativelyparanormal@gmail.com and just give us a quick blurb of who you are, your contact information, do you believe in the paranormal, that sort of thing.
We'll give you a call and we'll try to meet up something.
So
So, yeah.
were there any other comments? Where's that at?
I think that's it.
That's it?
So,
Oh, there is. Okay.
I
Go
can't
ahead.
read it though.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to put on my old man glasses. Give me a second. Is this the Poor Farm in New Bedford? It is not. The Poor Farm in New Bedford, I would wish it was still standing.
Oh,
It's
that's
level.
on there.
It's leveled. It's leveled. There's nothing left of it, except for the cemetery across the street where all the smallpox victims were, which we did do like a kind of.
We went there.
We went there
briefly
once,
just
yeah,
to check it out.
for like 10 minutes. It's haunted. The
Yeah.
graveyard's haunted.
There's something there. For sure.
The Poor Farm, we haven't walked along where the foundation is. There's a lot of poison ivy there and stuff. Maybe when it gets cold, we can do that. It's got to be haunted as heck. There was a hospital over there too, like a smallpox hospital.
Yeah.
I wish. No, this is in East Bethany, New York. It's called Rolling Hills Asylum. Don't go there. As haunted as it was and as great as the activity was, the owner is the rudest, meanest person we've ever met. And watch the last episode, part 1, if you want to hear about that. Or just go on Google and read the reviews, filtering lowest first, and you will have about 2 hours of horror to read about this woman. Not a nice woman. Not a nice woman.
We tried to do, most of our investigations local, but we were going on a little trip, a little vacation, and
we researched the paranormal, so we like to go to extremely haunted places as well. We believe that a place where a lot of bad things have happened, certainly a lot of bad things happen there. I mean, it was a Poor Farm, insane asylum, tuberculosis nursing home. We believe that if places like that, and then places where an extreme amount of ghost hunting occurs, they do ghost hunts almost every night of the week. We believe that the veil is thinner there between our world and the spirit world, and it's easy to make contact with the spirits. Also, when, like at Lizzie Borden's, at this place, at the U.S. Asylum, the Oliver House, all these places where there's a lot of ghost hunting, the ghosts already know how to use your equipment. They know how to turn on the flashlight. They obviously know how to use the EMF meter. We didn't have our good REM pod that we have now, which is awesome. We had a great experience with that the other night. But they know how to use all that stuff. So that's why we go to places like that.
yeah, we did recently go to the Oliver Estate in Middleborough just last week, the week before last. So
we've been working hard.
Yeah.
We went to Annabon Rock and Rehoboth Village Cemetery in
so we
Rehoboth,
have
all
a
famous
few,
haunted places.
famous local places that we're going to be showing you within the next few weeks.
We've skimmed some of the evidence so far. It's out of control.
It is. There's a lot of it, so we're trying to.
We're excited for the next few episodes. Actually, we're always excited to do Weekly Haunted, but we hope you've enjoyed the paranormal evidence. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We do our best to educate, to let you know that if you're experiencing stuff, you're not alone. Help is available, and that it does exist. Ghosts are real. Sure. They are real. We're true believers. Watch enough of it. You'll be a true believer too. And if you're interested in checking it out with us, relativelyparanormal@gmail.com. We want to thank you so much for joining us. Everybody have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support.
Bye.
Thank you.